Okay, designs. So there's a bunch of different designs. You can filter this a little bit better. There's state ships, state bases, private ships, private bases. So the private economy will literally build things. But we can still design those. We'll come back to that in a bit. We're going to start by looking at state bases over here, because the first thing I want to do is I want to build a spaceport around my planet so we can build fancier ships. There's a couple of things we can build just from the planet itself, but mostly we need a spaceport for it. And I'm going to start by actually designing our medium spaceport for that. I'm also going to go and turn off the automatic upgrade and possibly the automatic retrofitting of these as well. So we're going to go and edit the medium spaceport. If we already had one of these built, you wouldn't be able to edit the design right away. You'd get an error message. Instead, you would hit the upgrade button, because what it would do is it would mark the old design as obsolete, mark this one as the new one, and then let you do some upgrades and things like that. Whew. Does this have the same broken system as Aurora 4X, where AI Corps lag the game producing too many ships? It actually doesn't get very laggy in this, which is pretty impressive, despite the giant size of the galaxy. Okay, so this is the ship design screen. In this case, we're not designing a ship, we're designing a space station. And the default name is the MSP-1, Medium Space Station, or Spaceport, I guess. I mean, we could go and be more explicit, but I guess it's fine. I'll just have it called the MSP. That's going to be okay. So it's got a bunch of components already on here because it's got a default design. It's got a crew command center. It needs this commerce duty free trade zone to sort of count as a spaceport. It's got construction yards where we'll build things. It's got docking bays, which allow shuttles to dock and exchange goods back and forth, which is really good. It's going to have some ability to generate some energy and so on and so forth. It's also got some research bases on here, and this is what I want to check. So we have a Empire limit of research of 404K. By building this medium spaceport, because it's got X amount of energy labs, high-tech labs, and weapon lab over here, we're generating some research, 100K of each, which comes out to 300K, which isn't quite 400K. So what I would like to do is I would like to add some more research labs to bring this up to, what's 400K divided by 3? Well, if it's 390, then it would be 130K each. So let's bring it up to like 140K of each type of tech that's going to be generated by this. There we go. So that should max out our Empire research by building this one starport. We get some warnings over here. Hey, we don't have enough habitation modules and life support components. So we're going to go ahead and add some extra crew living quarters until that warning goes away, and then some life support until that goes away. Consider adding shields and armor and energy collector components. Well, I don't have access to any of those. I don't have that tech right now. We'll do a retrofit of it later on. I just want the initial station to be like this. Now, this is going to be fairly pricey. I'm tempted to take down some of the price by getting rid of some of these weapons because, no, we'll keep it around. It's going to be okay. We have 22,000 space bucks right now and a cash flow of 8,000. This is going to cost us 12,000 to purchase and 3,500 to maintain. Name it French fries? Is there a limited amount of space on your station? An excellent question. I don't believe that space stations have a limit. However, when you build ships, there is a size limit when building ships, and you can get technology that increases that size limit so you can build bigger and bigger and bigger ships, which is going to be very cool. There's different pictures you can take for your star bases, and some AI behaviors. None of these things like really will matter here because the ship doesn't have any engines, it can't flee or anything like that, so it's going to be okay. So I'm going to save this design. Maybe I did a good thing, maybe I didn't, I don't know. And we're gonna go ahead and build our medium spaceport. So, if I go to Petra here, and I right click it, build at Moon Petra. It is funny, we are on a moon. We are gonna build us a medium spaceport over here, the MSP, for 12,000 credits. Done. I'm also gonna want a construction ship pretty quickly. I'm gonna go and unpause the game right now, and we should get some very loud banging and drilling sounds in a second. Once that starts. There it is. Yeah, it probably does make sense to put the tax rate all the way down to 0 on our home planet. Get it to grow as quickly as possible. The bigger the population of the planet, the better the production and future taxes. So, yeah. All right, we'll do that. We don't really need a construction ship yet, in a sense, because we won't have anything to construct until we've got our exploration ships, which we can't build until the space station is done. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Let's go ahead and take a moment here and consider our... So, for the private ships and bases, I'm going to leave the upgrades on automatic for now to be lazy. We will go and manually design and edit these stations later on, but I don't think it's going to be too important right now. For stage ships over here, we're going to go to our surveyor and consider if we want to make any changes to the surveyor ship over here. So we don't have access to hyperdrives, so we can't do anything with that. Speed is quite good. So there's an interesting graph for the engines over here. So cruise speed is more or less their normal movement speed. I think impulse is their ability to move without any fuel. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Cruise is their normal speed for moving around, and sprint is their GTFO, something wants to murder me speed. Interestingly enough, the sprint speed is less than cruise speed on this default Explorer ship. I don't know. But we've got that. We've also got turn rate, acceleration, as well as the range over here. Now, we're going to be doing a massive redesign of the Surveyor later on when we get our hyperdrive engines. Impulses without fuel and docking speed. Thank you very much. I think what I'd like to do is increase its turn rate a little bit, though, just so that it can navigate slightly faster. So that would be directional jets over here. I'm going to see if we can throw some more on, bring it to at least 20 over here. And that's okay. We don't need any crew components or anything like that. Later on, we'll probably give this armor and shields and maybe even some basic weapons. We will see. Speed is dependent on your power plant can supply enough energy. That is absolutely true for the hyperspace as well. We got some more whiskey and chocolate coming in from 2 demigods. 2 demigods would equal 1 god, right? Am I getting the math correct on that? You got me to Civ 5. Let him Baron Suze Stellars. Thank you. I continue. Oop, it went away before I could read it. Save that. And so the constructor, likewise, we're not going to make any changes until we get the energy thingies and stuff like that. So that's going to be okay. All right, we'll increase the speed of the game in just a sec. Actually, I'll do it now. Let's go to ×4 speed, which is the fastest that we can run the game. You'll notice that things are moving. All right, like Sapilla 2 here, which is the planet, is orbiting the sun, and then Petra is orbiting the planet itself. Rest of Demigod's message. Thanks to you, I continue to make games and learn a lot from you. So here's to you, sir. Hoping I make it to Bath. That would be awesome. I'm hoping. Like last time, it was a couple years ago now, but we had a fan mate in the Ook in England. In where were we? Old Windsor, and it was awesome. It was epic. It was fantastic. I'm hoping for another one of those. Is it possible that this is a moon of me? I don't know what this is orbiting. I think it might be orbiting Petra. Hard to tell here. Playing a 4x game at 4x speed, yeah. So this is being built up. So the spaceport over here, once it's done, we're gonna... Oh, I can't give it a job yet. I think I can't give it a job until it has its construction module. Because the thing that's interesting about this game, you can see the components here. It's got 18 unbuilt, 14 unbuilt. It builds the components one at a time. And the vessel, I'm gonna click pause for a second so it's not moving. There we go. The vessel becomes functional as these components are added in. And I believe the order that you have it in ship design is by default the order that it tries to build it in. Although it can skip ahead depending on like not having enough material or whatever. Your moon is a moon. That's not a moon. So yeah, so it's not, the Petra spaceport isn't done being built yet, but now it has at least one of its construction docks built. So I can go and tell it, hey, can you build me an exploration ship over here? We'll just start with the one for now. And then since that's queued up, I'm gonna go and click on our planet and ask for it to start building a constructor. The CST-1 space dock. Excellent. More money, more negative cash flow. Hey, what's a little negative money? It's gonna be okay. There's that thing where you can maximize the mining extraction by having more extraction manuals. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what the question was there, but yes, you can have multiple mining modules on a mining base to mine faster. Yeah, we might have to go and bring up the tax just a little for a tiny bit, just until the private economy kicks off. I think it's gonna be fine, because you can... Is it though? Anyway, we have our first ship. The Doubtful Novelty has just been built. This is a constructor. Excellent. And so it's going to be ready to go soon. We don't have an exploration ship done yet, right? So we have the Bold Rogue. Yeah, it's still being built over here. So there's a bunch of buttons to cycle through, like everything. There's also hotkeys. Yeah, so you're just going to be parked here with no mission right now. But that's going to change soon. And yeah, I think this moon is an orbit of this. But isn't this orbiting backwards? Because isn't things closer to the body should be making circles faster? I think the orbital mechanics might be slightly off, but that's okay. Yeah, we need to find some resources so our private economy can start. So we just need the surveyor to be done. 3 more components, 2 more components. And done. Okay. This exploration ship is finished. There we go. It's been refueled. Its energy supply is going up, and it's starting to move. Now, I was going to say, there should be a bunch of buttons here. It is set to automated right now, which is fine, mostly. Although we can start by doing it manually. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our exploration ship over to this moon. So we're going to have it explore this moon over here. So it should, there's a little exploration ship. What's it called? The Bold Rogue. I do like that name. Is going to go and check out this planet. So it has now checked out this moon, and we've discovered we do have some resources here. We've got some lead, some steel, and some gold. Now these are not the greatest numbers. About 30% lead, 30% steel, and 15% gold, which comes out to about 75%, which is not stupendous. That being said, it's super close to our home world and might be a fine place for us to start mining. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put the exploration ship... Actually, I'm not going to put it on auto quite yet, because... There we go. There, in your starting system, there's always going to be 2 bodies that have these triple dots here. They have old runes on them. We want to check them out because one of them will give us hyperspace. So we're going to check out this planet over here first and see what's what. And then our construction ship, I'm going to tell you to come over here and build a mining station. So that's going to cost us 1,900 credits. We have barely just enough to do that. But once we've got all this going, our private economy is going to kick in. Where the Kerbals to kill. And we probably could make a custom Kerbal race or something like that. Are there other alien civs too, or is it single player? There definitely are. We had it start with 20 other empires throughout space, plus it has the ability to spawn more empires from minor races as we get started. There's 1,400 stars out there. Might take us a while to find one, although pirates will find us very, very soon. Start a new game in Victoria 2 as Korea. Went over 25 infamy more with the UK. Oh, cool, man. That sounds like you're having fun. All right, we're getting some research done over here. One of the things that's a little about this game is if you run out of things that are queued, the research will just sit idle, which is not great. So it's important to sort of keep queuing, but I actually tend to turn on the automated research tool, which only kicks in if you don't have something queued. So if you've run out of queued tech, then the AI will automatically queue something for you. Because it doesn't have like a big warning pop-up that goes, ooga, 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 you're forgetting something. Oh my God, everything's broken. Our tech is going to go pretty fast now. We've got our spaceport generating tons of science for us. You can see the research capacity here and then the actual numbers because we've got various bonuses, which, you know, I'm not going to math this out, but it looks like we should definitely be hitting our cap by quite a bit here. In fact, a little bit more. Yeah, I will probably turn on the auto research as an emergency to like not run out of these. But for now, I'm going to count on you guys to try to keep an eye on this tiny little font over here to see if it becomes a dash, 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 which means we're not research anything. So we are building our first mining station here, and what it's going to be responsible for is mining this lead, this steel, and this gold. None of these are that critical. Hey! What happened to my money over here? What is this bonus income? Well, if we go to our Empire screen over here, we can see we've just made 13K spaceport income. That's because our private industry, and we can see their economy over here. So cash on hand, the state, that is me, have 16K. The private sector has 172K available. That's one of the reasons to have low taxes as well. The private industry keeps a lot more money. And what they're gonna do is they pay me for using, or they pay the state to use the spaceport to build ships. They buy resources from me and so on and so forth. If we go to construction yard screen, and yeah, so we can take a look at the queues. So there's nothing queued up at Petra itself. Doubtful Novelty has this mining station queued up. The spaceport has a ton of things queued up all of a sudden. I don't know if you can tell what they are by clicking on them, but these are going to be freighters and stuff like that. So the private industry, they want to get in on the space stuff. Sounds like Victoria, there's an element of that. Aurora 4X does something similar as well. So that's one of the reasons you can actually afford to run taxes quite low. Anyway, now that we've got the private industry started, I will go and put the taxes all the way down to 0 for now, just to encourage as much growth as possible and private economy. Apparently we're going to be very capitalistic. Libertarian or something like that. So, there's our construction ship over here. We can go and take a look at our exploration ship, which has arrived over here. Is it done, actually? Yeah, no mission. So, hold on. How come we didn't get a pop-up? Treasure recovered. Oh! Don't I have it set? Tech, thank you. Don't I have it set? Oh, suppress all pop-up screens. Let me turn that off. Shh. Oh, and ask what to do, actually. So anyway, we found a temple over here, and it had a bunch of money, which was great. But I was a little upset we didn't get the pop-up. Still, what it means is that this spot over here... Oh, there's also an old ship over here, an abandoned ship, which, I don't know, does it show up on the map? Oops, autosave kicking in. I think the red dot is an abandoned ship, which there might be more than one. Those are really valuable. The tech alert was Ooga. That's right, baby. Get it right. So we're going to send the exploration ship over here to explore this moon, which should give us our hyperdrive tech. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the automation thing on here. So after he does that, he'll just go and be automated. So yeah, we've got... Oh yes, and we finished the research, and we're getting notified about it. We got lots of tech that is waiting to be queued up. For weapons, what I think I'm going to do, because pew pew lasers are awesome, I'm going to unlock Maxis blasters. So beam weapon tech here gave us access to pulse blasters. The enhanced one here just improves the existing one. The advantage of improving is you don't actually have to, I believe, you don't have to retrofit the guns. They just get upgraded to new versions sort of automatically for free, which is nice. They tend to be more damaging or more energy efficient or whatever. But we're going to unlock a new type of blaster here, the Maxis blaster. And I think I'll even go to right here. The efficient blasters and even potentially the advanced ones will give us even more upgrades to this. And so, yeah, with our weapons, I'm just going to go for really efficient blasters. That's going to be okay. We've got armor unlocked, although we could unlock even better ones later on. That's going to be okay. For energy, very soon I'm going to want the warp field precursors, but I'm going to go ahead and queue up something. Yeah, the tech tree, there's 3 different pages of tech trees, and you're researching all 3 at the same time, and then there's this. It's like crazy. We could go to enhanced shields, but I don't think we need to go there. In fact, if anything, we might want slightly more efficient reactors. Is there something else I'd want to unlock? We could make our engine slightly more efficient, our maneuvering slightly more efficient, more faster mining. Space construction lets us build bigger ships, which isn't really something we need to rush for. We also don't really need damage control quite yet. Tell you what, let's go and get the upgrade to space reactors. And just in case, I'll also queue up, say, the ship engine or something like that. But we'll probably end up canceling that as soon as we unlock our hyperspace tech. All right, so we'll unpause. So we got tech queued up, which is great. We got more money going now, which is excellent. Wait, those are EVE Online icons? I am playing there's a mod that I'm running here, which includes different art, some of which may have been grabbed from something else. It also, we got the music quite low, but some of the music from the mod that I'm running comes from Master of Orion. Okay, we've completed our first mining station. So construction of our first mining station allows us to gather large quantities of valuable resources for use in powering the economy of our homeworld and building more starships. Building Tolasa mining station has galvanized the resolve of our population, providing a short-term boost to our economy. Our freighters will soon begin traveling to this new mining station, returning its resources to our home world. These resources may even be sold to others in the galaxy, further boosting our fledgling empire. We should keep building more mining stations, especially targeting key resources that both our shipbuilding and home world requires. So there we go. We've got that. And you should now be done. It still says it's got a mission, but I think, there we go. You are complete. So this construction ship is now done. Now, we can continue to queue things up, and we may, but the fun thing is, the private sector, now that it's kickstarted, will actually start to hire our constructor to build mining stations in places. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you on automated. And there you go. It wants to build a mining station at planet Sepala 2, which is the planet that we're orbiting here. This is going to be a mining station. It's got hydrogen and Caslon gas. Our early engines use Caslon gas as fuel. Later engines, once we unlock fusion, will use hydrogen, although some will always use Caslon for different things and whatnot. So we've got that. And we also have pirates. Head down the orbital assembly path for the shipyards ASAP before someone else snatches it away from you. Oh, you're free because there's wonders, yeah. Greetings to our victims. You may have noticed that we are about to attack you, but for the small price of 286 credits per month, we could avoid this unnecessary violence. Of course, you should have really paid up sooner. Now that our attack is underway, we have no choice but to increase our prices. So are you ready to pay up? Welcome, Space Pirates. So we will pay for their protection right now because we don't have any military to defend ourselves with. It is interesting, though, because we can sometimes buy information from these guys. Independent colonies, discoveries, sometimes we can get contacts and stuff. So we've encountered our first group of pirates. Which sucks. And there you go. Those were the 3 triangle blips there. They showed up and then left. We got no choice but to deal with this. Hey, it's our private industry. So these are the private gas mining ships. Excellent. And here is our constructor. Yeah, still going out to build this up. Oh, I think it went and picked up some resources over here from Petra to be able to start building this. And yeah, we'll be upgrading our constructor soon to have some more cargo capacity as well. There you go. Mining ship wants to go and mine a planet over here and so on and so forth. So yeah, they're going to do some mining right now. But as we build our mining stations, then the private industry will build freighters to transport things from the mining bases, gas mining bases or otherwise. And that's what our exploration ships will do. So let's get a couple more exploration ships. No, one more, let's say. I'll do it from the build order screen. It's slightly more convenient to do it here. Yeah, advisor suggests that we build 7. I don't think we need to build a bunch of exploration ships right now until we get our warp engines, but I will go ahead and build another exploration ship. And you know what? Another constructor as well. That's going to be fine. Stars of disco ball. I know! It's very cool. Very shiny. Oh, and actually, one of the things we're going to want to do with our constructor is go and repair those broken down ships. So, oops. The minimap doesn't update. Yeah, there's one over here too. Abandoned destroyer. So by repairing those, we can add those to our fleet, but also they tend to have technology that we no longer have access to. So we can retire the ship, pull it apart, and gain some technological information from that, which is great. Tech, thank you. You have discovered the exalted pyramid of Sepila, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the barren rock moon, blah, blah, blah. Our sensors indicate that the ruins are at the center of shadowy, starlit plain. Should we investigate? Always investigate. Storehouse of ancient knowledge discovered. In the ruins, we have found a store of scientific knowledge from a vanished civilization. Though very difficult to discover, the store of knowledge will give us enough understanding to begin researching the project Warp Field Precursors. Warp Field Precursors project holds the promise of faster than light travel, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so first I need to queue up some high tech. We got the enhanced planetary survey, which is good. We will want to unlock colonization. It doesn't have to be right this second, though. I don't remember what people were saying, the shipyards. I don't know if it's in this category or energy. Some people have played this game and know where all the wonders and stuff are. Hab modules, docking bays, and things. There's a lot of good stuff. We actually might want to get better storage. Ooga ooga, jazz hands. Long-range scanners could also be super useful. I don't know if they're relevant yet. We might just want to unlock some like target tracking and countermeasures for like future warship design. We'll do that. Okay, energy. So we're 25% of the way through enhanced starship engines, which isn't so bad. We got the reactors. Still, I think I'm going to cancel you. We're just going to research warp field precursors. So this gives us access to the very first hyperspace generator, which has a speed of 1250. I don't know if you remember, but our ships, like our exploration ship, had a speed of about 30. And with a warp field, it can go at 1250, much faster. If we get the improved version of the warp field, bubble, it can go up to 2500. If we even unlock hyperdrive technology, then it goes at 3500. It's also, I guess the energy usage and everything is about the same. For the Gear X drive, although we can go to the enhanced Gear X drives, which has a speed of 4250. Slightly more energy, although less jump timer. needs about 350. Doesn't this game have a ton of issues in Windows 10? I have not run into any issues whatsoever. Especially on Steam version, which is what I'm running here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up all the way to hyperdrive technology. I may not bother installing the warp field precursor, like the warp bubble generator, because 1250 versus 3500, that's a big jump over here. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to power straight to hyperdrive technology. Also, we'll keep researching manually for now. At some point, we might do something like that. All right, so we got some tech that's good. Our exploration ship at this point has no mission. Oh, those are the ones we're building. You over here. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're still set to automate it. So it's going to go and just scan things for us, which is handy. You discovered some gas over here, some resources here. Now, clicking on the planets and figuring out where to build bases can be a little bit tiresome. So what we have is the expansion planner here. So if we go, we can find out places we've scanned that have decent resources. So McRoy over here, 45% steel, 58% gold. That's not bad, actually. Anything over 100% is kind of a nice little total. I don't think we have to manually queue anything there. Now, construction ship as well. You're building that gas station. What I want to do is I'm going to turn off automation on one of these. I'll let them finish their current job, but then I'm going to go and get them to repair those ships. Over 100%, like, just because each mineral has like a certain amount of availability, which can go from presumably 0% to 100%. And if you have multiple minerals, you might have lots of availability of different things for very rich deposits. So it really seems like Aurora 4X with the graphics. Yeah, there's certainly some of that. Another exploration ship just got finished. Nice, yeah. So we're going to have a little bit more exploration, a little faster. The mining ships are still going oot and a boot. And then we've got these idlers over here. But yeah, we're soon, I'm sure, if we go and take a look at our shipyard construction screen and the spaceport. No, really. Not generating any private stuff. I really thought we'd have freighters. Money seems to be tanked. That's fine. It's okay. Build a fighter ship? I mean, we may need to at some point. Do we have... We don't have an asteroid belt here. That's interesting. Because asteroids usually have space worms, which are kind of a pain in the ass early on. Target tracking research is done. Okay. And... Oh, okay. There you go. Doubtful novelty has no mission right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you to come over here, and you're going to repair this light cruiser. So that's that job in there. So it's going to slowly come over here and try to start fixing this bad boy. And once it does, that ship will be ours. Quilla's negative income seems normal. Absolutely. Scientific breakthrough. Oh, we got a breakthrough for warp field precursors. This is a random thing. So we got an increased speed boost when researching that. So we're a little further ahead than we were before. Yeah, 73% along the way. That's good. Although, again, I probably won't add a hyperdrive until we've got the hyperspace one. And then we'll do a fairly big redesign of some of our ships. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to watch Farming Sim Ep 2 after stream to see if Quill noticed he destroyed 80% of my crops. Did I? Which one? The beet farm? Could be. Could be. I did not notice that, though. So I'll have to watch the comments and figure out what the hell happened. Crop destruction wasn't in Farming Simulator 17 unless you had mods. It's easy to tell the crop destruction when you've got when there's crops that are actually up. But yeah, I don't know. Coolest in the world to give Quill a quick back because until I saw this, largely ignoring it, just bought it. I suspect there'll be a lot of that. Hyperspace technology discovered. Woo! And we got a new scientist in Empire. Right. So we have a scientist over here. So Garen over here, he is creative. Increase the chance of critical research success. Nice. And he gives us a boost to research. So what we're going to do is we're going to install you in the spaceport, buddy, because the spaceport has a bunch of research going on there. There we go. So you're going to be doing that. Our spy agents, if we go, I cancel this defensive mission. If I tell you to target the Savage Marauders, and could we steal your galaxy map? Ooh, that's not a great chance. Can we steal any of your research? Whichever. I don't know. Hangar Bay. Not so much. Well, 78%'s not so bad. I think the thing is, You don't want to do them under 80% because I think if they fail at under 80%, they can die. But I think above 80% is fine. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and we'll keep you on counterintelligence. That's going to be okay. Yeah, we're beautiful. We don't look like space zombies. We've got long, elegant necks. So I have negative money now. I'm a little surprised that we're not actually turning a profit, because I really feel like that was fairly easy to do all the time. Must just be something slightly different with the civilian economy. Why aren't they building freighters? They're actually not queuing up any construction, are they? Why is that? I was just playing earlier and I did not have any issues. Here, we'll put on some tax. Although it's probably not going to be enough to, like, get us out of here. Oh, research again.